this thing. This is the Alborosie Dub Station. I've just been having a bit of a problem trying to make music, I guess. What with everything going on, things get a bit sort of stagnant. You're not getting inspired by anything, and so I just thought, well, let's try out a new bit of kit and maybe something will come from a loop. So I started putting down some bits. We've got this at the top there that you've got a filter. Sorry, my mouse is all clogged up. And then you've got a space echo in the middle, and then a spring at the bottom. And it's not, there's not a lot of kind of, you can't sort of go under the hood and change anything. So it kind of, it's quite a basic thing, but the results you get are pretty good, especially if you are just open to options, especially with the filter. You've got all the sort of frequencies. You can't choose a specific frequency. It's just going to click between, you know, it's sort of notched at various frequencies. And so yeah, you kind of get what you're given. There's the same with the delay vibe. You've got a big old hiss dial, and then just input, output, dry and wet, time and feedback. There's no sort of extra bits, extra bells and whistles. Same with the spring. It's literally a spring. It does the thing. Hey Chris, how's it going? So yeah, I basically just started putting it on snares, and you can hear I kind of just made this. Kicks a bit flabby, isn't it? So what have I got? It's this guy. Yeah, that's quite good. I might just yeah, absolutely. Well, Alborosie, I think it's based on Alborosie's actual sort of dub setup. So it's from Audio Thing. It's even got a little Jamaican flag in the bottom, which is obviously the seal of approval. Yeah, I've just been sort of messing around with this. Actually, I started off with this thing, which was a weird patch that I managed to get from this Synthy V, which is just weird, and I couldn't really figure out how to do it. Yeah. So then, yeah, I just sort of bounced it off. We've got that. Let's just roll that off a bit. Maybe I could do with a bit of a bit more click in the kick. So what I'll do is just bring some of that back in. I don't want any of this mid. Hey 00. So then I've got this thing, and that's running through just a spring. This is an Arturia spring, but it's got a similar kind of dubbiness to it. It's a bit clicky. But that's oops. It's this thing, this Clang bamboo drum box. It's a free instrument. I might just mute it for now. Sub's just a simple sine, I think. Yeah, sine, just a straightforward sine wave sub. I just add a slight bit of glide to it. Yeah, the Vital's free synth as well worth checking out. And then there's a contortion, just a slight bit of warm saturation on that. It's just quite a lot of saturation, might dial that back a bit. Super authentic, these springs and delays that are going on the snares. Various different sort of rim shot sounds. Yeah. Maybe I should record some of that in. Sort of bed of that. That guy, then maybe do another one that's like a bit more There's also this thing. Just check that the cat's not sat under my chair before I squash it. Right. Let's do a couple of them. Yeah, right, well, yeah, it was a little bit iffy, but I'm sure we can chop some bits out of that. Yeah, that's the key, isn't it? Just developing it, looking at expanding on a loop and turning it into something that's a bit more bloody interesting. That's the challenge. Right, I'm just gonna get rid of all the silence, and then hopefully there'll be some in there that are usable. It's quite a lot of room sound. That's better. That was good. Those ones were good. I'm just gonna colour them. That was crap. That was good. In fact, I don't need to colour them, I'll just get rid of the crap ones. Yeah. Oh, maybe. There we go. Oh. Okay, I think I've got it. guy in between there. Actually, I'll just make it like a, I'll do an 8-bar loop for now. I'll drag them all in. So we've got those little shaker guys. So I'm going to alternate between those two, and maybe this guy. There we go. Right, okay. Also, there's a lot of hiss coming off. There's a lot of hiss. Right. So we need another one of these. There. Another one there. Okay. So don't need those. There we go. Right, that's good. So then it's just a case of pulling out all the low end. Maybe a little stereo sample delay on it. See what happens when you put the dub station on it. That's pretty dubby. Get rid of that. Let's try some of these little presets out. Ooh. Okay, that's sounding a bit better. Yeah, they're like, as you dial through all the presets, you're like, oh, I recognize that kind of sound from this record, or there's a lot, yeah. I might just put it in like rather than a sample delay, I might just give it some sort of, I don't know, chorus maybe. Do a micro shift on it. I'm no percussionist, that's for sure. Wanted to add a little low note in there somewhere. There we go, yeah. Okay. This stab is getting a bit boring as well. I think maybe like a slow phaser on it or something. This Phase Mistress from Sound Toys has got a really nice sort of Mooga Fuga type preset on it. Fuga Ooga. There you go. Okay, let's do another. That little high chord is sounding a bit, it's like sticking out a bit. Let's add another Alborosie. I'm just like maxing out my computer just with like endless dub stations. Let's try some of these other ones. Put the EQ right at the end. sort of should go up. Okay, so then we've got this one, which I've got to find a loop in it. I think it's probably going to be this guy. I'll be Rosie. Nice. Or maybe ring shifter. Quite like what that's doing just anyway. So I just want to layer like a sort of live kit behind it, just to tie it all together a bit more. I feel like it's sort of a bit sampley. So let's just load up the 70s drummer tight kit. And the main thing I want to focus on is the hi-hats. So first of all, I don't want to pan the hi-hat over. That irritates me. Could be a little bit panned, but I just, on headphones, when you've got like a hi-hat just sat there on the left, it's just annoying. So anything with playing on a, I've been thinking about getting myself a little MIDI drum pad, because the keys don't really bounce back quick enough to do. They're just not really, they sort of stick down a bit, but yeah, I'm not as you can tell, I'm not a percussionist or a drummer, so probably be pointless. try that again. It's just quite hard. I might do it with my left hand. Let's try that. Right, that was bad, but let's see if maybe these two bars are probably alright, or I could just try it because the first bar was awful. In fact, should I just quantize them? Probably should. Yeah. I tried to do a sort of like that kind of thing, but I think there's some better hi-hats higher up. Like that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I'll just do that. Kind of want a consistency to that open hat, so I'm just going to do fixed velocity for that. So, just bring up the velocity of some of these little guys. Don't know if we need a kick, but if I put it in and then I can roll it off later, it might just help with the sort of gelling of the parts. Just replace, not replace, repeat all of the repeat the kick drum pattern and the snare drum pattern as well, probably. What would it be? This. Except there's two kick drums. Okay. I think if I just focus on that loop, get that right. So let's get the mix right on this. Hat's a bit loud. Maybe just go with the direct mics for now. Also, I think the snare could probably come down in tuning. Don't know what the compressor's doing, but okay. Is that in tune now with the chops? Almost. Okay, so I'm just going to go with a louder snare on that. Seem to be doing anything that. There we go. Also, you can change the reverb on this as well. I could put like a spring. Maybe stereo spring. That's good, but I'm not sure. Shame you can't sort of tune that spring, but anyway. Okay, so then that can be rolled off and used as a layer on top of everything else. Maybe even this little sort of shaky ring shifter thing could have more kind of filtering in and out, maybe, because it kind of doesn't need to be there the whole time. do a filter freak on it. Let's just build on that. Some sort of clav. Let's try. Super funk sounds pretty good. Don't know if that's really right. It's pretty bad. Let's see what we've got here. Got a compressor. Yeah. Where's it gone? Ah, damn it. It's disappeared just as I was about to record it. Yeah, what was it called? It was called Funky Town, I think. And then I put the guitar amp on. Yeah. No. Take some of the mids down. Not sure. Maybe on. No. That's it's a bit pokey in the mids, but we can try that. Maybe let's have a look at that guy. 500 hertz. Whee! So let's just do that. I don't really like that reverb. I think if we had a well, let's just try the dub station anyway. Let's see what happens there. Okay, we can turn the delay off. That's a bit. Kind of want a more of a stereo sound to it though. Let's see if we got a chorus. Yeah. Oh, that's a shame. Seems like because it's going through the amp. Maybe what I should do is put it through. Yeah, it's because it goes through the guitar amp. It just sort of turns into mono, which is quite frustrating. And there's no way of making the amp a sort of stereo amp. So let's use a different amp. Let's see what we've got. Let's just go through Amp Designer from the Logic Amp Designer. That's better. Let's try that. It's actually the spring is mono as well. That's quite annoying. Let's try this. This is the Arturia spring. this you can then open up. Down here we've got the get rid of this now, I think. Let's just bypass it. Doesn't like being moved. Different amp. Still doing that thing. Get this weird little laugh of mine just sort of delaying around. Some Fox vocals. Yeah, I mean, oh, sorry, I've not been paying attention. Just getting in the zone too much, I think. Yes, Ollie. Hi, Ben. Helping me dust. Hi, Theo. Afternoon, indeed. Yeah, I might send it to someone. I don't know. I mean, it's basically just a loop. But yeah, it's been one of those times, you know, like you're just trying to. I've been trying to sort of break through that like creative wall where you're just like, what am I even doing? What's the point of any of it? And I think it comes when I'm kind of doing too much work to a brief, and then when I don't have a brief, then you just sort of left to your own devices and you just got like a blank canvas and you're like, what am I gonna do? So, oh, bit of spam in the chat for everyone. Bigfollows.com. Bigfollows.com. Amazing. Yeah, so obviously I'm going to be looking into that once we're finished, of course. But yeah, like as I said, like I just had a bit of a struggle just deciding what I'm doing, you know, with myself, with my life. I think the pandemic has something to do with that. You know, when you've been sort of stuck inside. I mean, a lot of people have been stuck inside for a long time now, and it just gets to you. So, and you don't really have any inspiration. Get an FM rack synth and spend days making presets. Yeah, breaking out of the computer. That's the thing, because I'm working at home. All of my outboard stuff is at the studio, and I'm not at the studio. I haven't been at the studio since like March last year. So all I've got is this Neutron, and it's pretty limited, and it's a bit crackly. I don't really like it. Well, it's a bit of fun, but you know, nothing beats being able to just fully break out of the session, you know. I think everyone's going through it, man. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, you know, like it. I had a big focus, you know, when I put in the album together. I had a big like, right, this is what I'm working towards. You know, it's aside from client work and whatever else. Like, for myself, I was like, right, this is what. And then once that's finished, you kind of like, oh, I don't even know. And I mean, the album itself is kind of all over the place anyway. So, yeah, I think it's just been good to just make stuff regardless. You know, just make a loop, make a little, you know, 16 bar of something that you can come back to in a few weeks once you've forgotten that you even did it, you know. And then go, oh, well, that was nonsense, or what was I thinking there? But sometimes there's a little gem and you're like, oh, I really like that. Or you might just be in the mood to work on it a bit more. So I think that's the kind of importance of this. And I know it's, you know, it's just a bit of dub. Like, it's not anything groundbreaking. But just, you know, buying that little Alborosie thing, you know, like I've said, like it's pretty limited in what it does, you know, but it's quite fun, and then it will inspire me to make something like this. So obviously I don't need to make psytrance, but yeah, it does. Just, you know, buying a new plugin and then just having a go with it just can make a bit of difference, you know. So anyway, just that's my little rant. So I should probably try and like work out some kind of arrangement for it. So I think if we get rid of the bass for a start, don't want to enter with bass. We don't want to enter with, I guess we've got these live drums, they're quite good. And then sort of take the kick out. Again, we don't really need these things either. That either. Yeah, you want to stick some guitar on? All right, mate. Let me just bounce this off. I don't know why, but it's called Fields for some reason. Loop for Ben. I'll stick it in the stick it on a Wii transfer. Turn on followers only mode. I mean, I can just send it to him on Facebook, so it's fine. Personal fields bounces. There we go. Get a quick link for that. Yeah, I mean, obviously the way that I operate on these live streams is pretty shonky, but I'm just being as real as I can be. It's not slick. It's me just making noises. So right, let me send Ben. Come on, where's the? There we go. Go, little Wii transfer, copy. Right. So Ben's going to do us a bit of guitar on that. What else have I got? I spotted. Thanks, Ben. Let's see what happens. I'm all up for just getting little ideas in. I spotted, where was it? In samples. There was something. Yeah, there was like a Rodigan speech.
Actually, what is important in Sound Clash and the history of Sound Clash is not who wins, but how the game is played. That may sound like a cliche, but that is the truth. The problem, in my opinion, with sound system clashing is it's gone into the gutter, where selectors make the most abusive remarks about their community.
So good. Yeah. Multi-streaming is against Twitch TOS. What does that mean? Terms of service? Yeah. So what I mean, I'm using Restream and it seems to be streaming with Twitch fine. So yeah. I don't know what the other streaming services are like, but Twitch has 24-hour rights, so I'm breaking Twitch terms of service. I mean, what are they going to do? Put me in jail? Or like suspend my account? I mean, I make no money from Twitch, so that wouldn't make any difference to me. Yeah. I don't know. Like, you know, why is it that I can, you know, if it's such a terrible thing, then why does Restream allow you to do it? Surely they need to bring that up with but government will put Dub in lockdown. Like, surely, you know, if they've got a problem with Restream, then they need to bring that up with Restream. Like, I'm just using the services that are available to me. But yeah, I don't know.
Actually, what is important in Sound Clash and the history of Sound Clash is not who wins, but how the game is played. That may sound like a cliche, but that is the truth. The problem, in my opinion, with sound system clashing is it's gone into the gutter, where selectors make the most abusive remarks about their community, their fellow selectors. They took the music and kicked it into the gutter. That, to me, is not what this thing is about. It was never about that. Reggae was never about that. Actually, what is important in Sound Clash and the history of Sound Clash is not
I think it's not stereo enough, this guy.
Actually, what is important in Sound Clash and the history of Sound Clash is not who wins, but how the game is played. That may sound like a cliche, but that is the truth. The problem, in my opinion, with sound system clashing is it's gone into the gutter, where selectors make the most abusive remarks about their community, their fellow selectors. They took the music and kicked it into the gutter. That, to me, is not what this thing is about. It was never about that. Reggae was never about that. Actually, what is important in Sound Clash and the history of Sound Clash is not who wins, but how the game is played. That may sound like a cliche, but that is the truth. The problem, in my opinion, with sound system clashing is it's gone into the gutter, where selectors make the most abusive remarks about their community, their fellow selectors. They took the music and kicked it into the gutter. That to me is not what this thing is about. It was never about that. Reggae was never about that. And actually, what is important in sound clash who wins, but how the game is played. That may sound like a cliche, but that is the truth.
It's really bassy.
With sound system clashing, it has gone into the gutter, where selectors make the most abusive remarks about their community, their fellow selectors. They took the music and kicked it into the gutter. That to me is not what this thing is about. It was never about that. Reggae was never about that. And actually, what is important in sound clash and the history of sound clash is not who wins, but how the game is played. That may sound like a cliche, but that is the truth. The problem, in my opinion, with sound system clashing is it's gone into the gutter, where selectors make the most abusive remarks about their community, their fellow selectors. They took the music and kicked it into the gutter. That to me is not what this thing is about. It was never about that. Reggae was never about that. And actually, what is important in sound clash and
That's pretty noisy.
is not who wins, but how the game is played. That may sound like a cliche, but that is the truth. The problem, in my opinion, with sound system clashing is it's gone into the gutter, where selectors make the most abusive remarks about their community, their fellow selectors. They took the music and kicked it into the gutter. That to me is not what this thing is about. It was never about that. Reggae was never about that. And actually, what is important in sound clash and the history of sound clash is not who wins, but how the game is played. That may sound like a cliche, but that is the truth.
Okay, let's try and clean this up a bit.
It's gone into the gutter, where selectors make the most abusive remarks about their community, their fellow selectors. They took the music and kicked it into the gutter. That to me is not what this thing is about. It was never about that. Reggae was never about that. And actually, what is important in sound clash and the history of sound clash is not who wins, but how the game is played. That may sound like a cliche, but that is the truth. The problem, in my opinion, with sound system clashing is it's gone into the gutter, where selectors make the most abusive remarks about their community, their fellow selectors. They took the music and kicked it into the gutter. That to me is not what this thing is about. It was never about that. Reggae was never about that. And actually, what is important in sound clash and the history of sound
Yeah.
is not who wins.
The end of the thing.
That may sound like a cliche, but that is the truth. The problem, in my opinion, with sound system clashing is it's gone into the gutter, where selectors make the most abusive remarks about their community, their fellow selectors. They took the music and kicked it into the gutter. That to me is not what this thing is about. It was never about that. Reggae was never about that. Actually, what is important in sound clash and the history of sound clash is not who wins, but how the game is played. That may sound like a cliche, but that is the truth. The problem, in my opinion, with sound system clashing is it's gone into the gutter, where selectors make the most abusive remarks about their community, their fellow selectors. They took the music and kicked it into the gutter. That to me is not what this thing is about. It was never about that. Reggae was never about that. Actually, what is important in sound clash and the history...
I don't know how you automate these sends. I've never tried that. I wonder if there's... Can you set up like a modulation on this send? Oh, maybe I can learn it here. It's got to be Omni. There we go. I've got this little guy, if you can see it. Got it on eBay. It's 2 faders and 2 rotary dials. 50 quid, homemade jobby. And you can assign whatever you want. You can assign it to various sort of MIDI ports and stuff. It's pretty useful. So maybe I can do...
Actually, what is important in sound clash, in the history of sound clash, is not who wins, but how the game is played. That may sound like a cliche, but that is the truth. The problem, in my opinion, with sound system clashing is it's gone into the gutter, where selectors make the most abusive remarks about their community, their fellow selectors. They took the music and kicked it into the gutter. That, to me, is not what this thing is about. It was never about that. Reggae was never about that. Actually,
so yeah, that seems to have worked. And I think also I kind of want to stop it on this bit.
Gutter. That, to me, is not what this thing is about. It was never about that. Reggae was never about that.
Maybe just like and then do like a little roll. Maybe a bit much. What's going on? Come on. It could be this guy. Let's just mute that for now. No, it's not that guy. It's this send. Yeah, let's just pull these down a bit. I don't know, maybe it just needs a completely different snare. Like more of a sort of timbali. Get rid of that kick. Yeah, I'll put more of a roll on. And maybe add a timbali sort of ping. Let's see. Let's search samples for timb. Man shouting timber. Timber! Maybe not. Timbali Phil? Timbali Tom Phil? No, we don't want that. Clubby Tim hit. No. Yeah. I think that one. Maybe that could work through the dub station. Rototoms. Yeah, All right. I'll look for them as well. All right, let's see. Roto. Oh, Toto. Big rotor toms. Yeah, I don't know if I've got anything suitable on the rotor toms front. Ben's just sent me the thing. No. Oh, on Facebook. No, what is it? Here we go. Bit wonky, he says. Lead and rhythm. Fantastic. How do I just download them? Oh. Ah! What have I done? What's happened? They didn't work. I've pressed something. It's just... They're disappearing. Why do they keep disappearing? Okay. I'm going to click. No. No. They've gone again. Okay, I'm just going to... Before they disappear next time, click on it. And then... Download. Right. That was weird. Okay.
Actually, what is important in sound clash and the history of sound clash is not who wins, but how the game is played. That may sound like a cliche, but that is the truth. The problem, in my opinion, with sound system clashing is it's gone into the gutter, where selectors make the most abusive remarks about their community, their fellow selectors. They took the music and kicked it into the gutter. That, to me, is not what this thing is about. It was never about that. Reggae was never about that. Actually, what is important in sound clash, the history of sound clash, is not who wins, but how...
Hey Ollie, thanks for getting the album, man. Appreciate that.
The problem, in my opinion, with sound system clashing is it's gone into the gutter.
I just played them in. The hats I just played in. So the hats is just... I mean, it's obviously quantized because I'm a complete... Well, I'm totally useless at drums, but so it's just this channel. Just sort of heavier on the downbeat, and then a bit lighter, just sort of filling it in. And then obviously this is the 70s kit. It's my favourite kit. It's just the sort of but when you look at it, it's like bog standard kit. There's no sort of sparkly see-through drums or anything like that. No disco lights. This is just a good solid kit. And yeah, I've sort of panned the hats slightly more towards the centre. And then there's just a sort of overhead and room on the kit. And a slight bit of spring. If we just solo the reverb. So the hi-hat's just going through that slightly.
Actually, what is important in sound clash, in the history of sound clash, is not who wins, but how the game is played. That may sound like a cliche, but that is the truth. The problem, in my opinion, with sound system clashing is it's gone into the gutter, where selectors make the most abusive remarks about their community, their fellow selectors.
So let's see what Ben's given me.
That to me is not what this thing is about. It was never about that. Reggae was never about that.
I think that could probably come in later. Same with that. So what have we got? Rhythm. Oh, love it. Nice. I'll tell you what would have been good if you could have given me like a dry and a wet, like a non-affected version and an affected version, because as it is, the delays are all the same. It would be good to get some sort of variation in it, and also a bit of spread on it. I wonder if I just create two, pan them left and right, and then just sort of double up. So let's just mute the lead for now. Maybe we can create a sort of, that looks similar. Oh, that's lovely. Just move that slightly. Then we can maybe like mess around with putting different combinations. Not that one. Nice little Christmas trees. That's all good, Ben. Thanks for that. That's a real nice little addition there. What I really love is when there's like like a sort of palm muted that kind of vibe. So yeah, I think these ones, unless there's another one, would be here, wouldn't it? Yeah. Let's try that. Just pop that there. Just quantize it. Mate, it sounds better than I could do. I've got a little acoustic behind me, but I'm not gonna waste everyone's time with that. Alright, just quantize that guy as well. Okay. Okay. And this, I just want to make a little loop of those. First one's great. So these are going to go on a bus. Let's just make a quick snare bus. Don't know what, yeah, that's that weird little laugh. We got live drums. So, first four are drums. Drum bus process. Oh, computer's struggling. Okay, so there's that. Stick a distressor on the drum bus, because oh, lovely meaty warmth, punchy meaty warmth. Right, sub this compressor on the bus. something's hissing, but I'll come to that later. Then we've got our chops. I might leave a gap for like any mid basses if I end up doing any. Let's put mid, then chops, choips. Then yeah, let's put guitar. Yeah, it's one of those annoying things where you have to go through each instance and like, because so much of it is like, oh, it's modelled on this old thing, so we decided to add a load of hiss for no reason. So then you have to go through and work out which one is adding hiss, which is frustrating. Did I check that one? Yeah, I must have done. Sometimes it's these as well. You have to go in under the hammer noise. No. Yeah, exactly. The waves one is awful. I used to get so many stems from clients being like, you know, oh yeah, we've stemmed everything out for you. It's like, yeah, and you've left your analog button on and everything has hiss, so now if I compress any of it, it's just, there we go, big old hiss. Like, why do you want that? Weird. Right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I may end up adding some hiss, but that will be a stylistic decision that I'll make on purpose, and I'll have it on its own designated channel so that I can mix the hiss into stuff. I don't just want it like hidden in the back of a plugin somewhere. Ridiculous. Right, so let's get, first of all, I'm just going to roll off any bottom end on this guitar, then a bit of leveling, and then let's see what the Alborosie will do. I don't imagine it will do a lot because it's not very stereo-y, so we may have to go with something else, but maybe we can try it. Straight away it's sounding pretty cool. Nuts. Exactly. Okay. Let's see what this is saying now. Oh god. So good. Super. So it's a bit full. I'm just gonna take out a few bits. Oh man, like pedals, the Blue Sky is remarkably similar to the Valhalla stuff in terms of just getting that all like wash. But obviously the trick is to have the stereo return, and a lot of pedal boards and a lot of guitarists generally just think in terms of like, this is my signal, this is the effect, and everything is like straight down the middle. Because as soon as you start thinking in stereo, then you're out of the world of guitar pedals essentially. But the Blue Sky, the Strymon Blue Sky does have a stereo output, and when you start getting into that, whoo, just the sort of cloud. I think I've got it somewhere, but I don't know if I brought it back. That and the Space Echo, the Boss emulation of the Space Echo. I got two because they're so good, and I couldn't really afford, back when I was sort of touring, I couldn't afford to have one of them break, and I was like bashing it quite a lot. Oh mate, get that fixed. Eventide sounds excellent. I think I want to kind of make these longer. Oh no, I want to... Actually, maybe not. Let's see what it's like when I start. Let's put like a bass guitar emulation over the top of it, just to get some character into that, because we've got the sub, but it doesn't really have any character to it. Where's my bloody guitar? There we go, bass. Don't know if I want palm muted or not. Let's go with this one. And I think I'll go, I mean, the dub bass preset, it's kind of gonna have to be, isn't it? So let's have a listen. Okay, good start. I think it's probably too low, so let's go up the octave. I think I need sort of fixed velocity to start with, and then we can move it around from there. So I'll go with this, and I'm not sure that dub bass is the right one, to be honest. Let's have Rico sound. What does that mean? Pretty loud. So let's just drive that a bit more. The great thing about this contortion plugin is it keeps the makeup gain set to, so if you drive it a lot, you know, if I was to sort of put overdrive on it, it adjusts the gain according to where you're putting your curves. So, you know, the more that's at 0, and then the more I drive it, the more it turns down the gain. That's the other thing with this guitar, it kind of, it's like it moves the plectrum at the right point, but the actual note doesn't trigger until after, so you have to kind of, you have to shift it back a bit. Maybe a bit further. I think -40 is. So you can see, yeah, it doesn't catch the start because it's shifted forward, so you have to play it from slightly before.
Reggae was never about that.
I feel like it needs to have second one. Or maybe. We have that. Yeah, maybe. It needs to be 2 each time. What was I thinking? That's the key. It's got to feel natural and not too like stop-starty. It's just got to have like a flow to it. Hey Liam. Let's get all that in. Yeah, I think it's probably, these streams are like, you know, I'm not a professional live streamer by any means. And I'm just sort of choosing to live stream stuff for the hell of it. But I think, yeah, definitely if you're interested in the process, you could probably watch it back and skip through, like, it would take you probably a few minutes. Just skip through to the best bits, cut out all the nonsense. But yeah, so we've got...
Actually, what is important in sound
don't really need this kick in.
is not who wins, but how the game is played. That may sound like a cliche, but that is the truth. The problem, in my opinion, with sound system clashing is it's gone into the gutter, where selectors make the most abusive remarks about their community, their fellow selectors. They took the music and kicked it into the gutter. That, to me, is not what this thing is about. It was never about that. Reggae was never about that.
doesn't really make sense as a that's I think there's just too much straight away musically. Let's just move some of this back and maybe we can sort of choose a few choice little stabs. I'm still not convinced about this. I think it needs to be like a long vote against the electric bass. I mean, I need something, but maybe let's try some sort of synth. And also I want to get rid of this as well. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, so let's get Vital out. This is that wavetable, free wavetable synth. And I'm going to start off with a saw up. I'm going to run this through filter 1. And the saw is going to go whoop. Take the resonance down. That's going to go to filter 1 as well. Let's go through. Roscoe wobbles. No. take out all of the sub from this. The voice is down to 1. Make it more of a no. Let's change that to saws for day. No, not that one. What do I want? Water razor. No, I just want quad saw. Yeah, something like that. Could do is stick both of these up 12. Take that off. And just detune them. Let's just see what that's actually doing. I think it needs to be more of a let's try that both on. Okay, so that should probably go through filter 1 and then it's like it needs some distortion, but I don't think you can stick distortion on. Yeah, let's stick a distortion on before the chorus. And then a reverb. Yeah. Let's just try that for now. Take record off. We can take out that as well. Maybe the dub station is rather than putting the reverb in the synth. Whoa. Another one. That's glork, glunk, flange, scrowl. So. This one doing 16ths. Maybe not. No. How do I get rid of that? That's what I want. It's a bit much. alright, but I'm looking for it to... No, I want to get rid of that actually. I want it to be... There we go, that guy. But I don't want it doing that. It's some kind of interesting thing. Filter 2, maybe not the level. Maybe I'll just... I think that's going to have to go filter 2 as well. Needs to be fill 1, and it needs to be let's just do like a really slow weird they've only got one type of reverb. It's a shame. I think I know what I want to do. This needs to be trigger, and it needs to be resonant. Not bad. Yeah, maybe that's the way. In fact, if that can that output to filter 2? No, filter 1. Yeah. Yeah. Something like that. It's all your lot fault making me do these things. Maybe like an amp envelope as well. This guy. Level. And I think the same with this. Yeah. Just move that. Okay. Wobble. Yeah. Okay. Warp, bass. I mean, maybe what would be better? Do a longer one. And then just bend it more. Level. Anyway, so yeah, that's something there.
Actually, what is important in Sound Clash and the history of Sound Clash is not who wins, but how the game is played. That may sound like a cliche, but that is the truth. The problem, in my opinion, with sound system clashing is it's gone into the gutter, where selectors make the most abusive remarks about their community, their fellow selectors. They took the music and kicked it into the gutter. That, to me, is not what this thing is about. It was never about that. Reggae was never about that.
It's quite an anticlimax. But anyway, so there's that.
That is the truth.
Yeah, great guitar. Thanks, Ben, for that. Yes, Ryan. What's going on? Yeah, this thing. Absolutely, mate. It's if it didn't have a Jamaican flag, I would be concerned. I'd be like, what is this non-reggae thing? Yeah, I'm again like, is it worth finishing? Do I really want to just sit here and make reggae? Pretty phasey, that. I think if I just get the loop kind of so just taking all the side information out below a certain amount. Yeah, offbeat conga. Nice. I mean, I did have this thing. Maybe that's the guy. Jeez, what's happened there? I've completely lost the channel. Oh my god. Oh, let's just take that off. Oh, it's not liking it. I think it's possibly time to finish. But yeah, thanks for tuning in to my sort of, I don't know what it was, just a random. Yeah, that was me. Sorry about that. Yeah, so essentially just messing around, just making dub. It's quite easy to just ride a loop for a bit. If you're feeling like you're a bit stuck, just do some reggae chords and make something. It might be complete nonsense like this, but who knows? You might feel inspired to make something else. The best thing to do is just sit down and do something. So yeah, and give it plenty of bass, obviously, for that satisfactory bass and reverb. Bass and reverb, can't go wrong. I mean, you can go very wrong, but in terms of giving you a bit more of a feel-good factor to yeah, like when you're feeling a bit stuck like me. I'm not saying that this has cured my writer's block. I've basically made a loop of dub rubbish, but it's something, and it's better than sitting in front of the TV feeling like you're not inspired to do anything. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Maybe I'll come back to this next week, and look into sort of longer arrangements, maybe start using this little box to sort of automate some sends and various bits. Most of the stuff I've been doing is just sort of on the channel to start with, just giving things like a specific sound. But yeah, could probably do a bit of a 8-track dub or something. That would be good. Yeah. Rockspin.bandcamp.com. Check out my Leo James stuff as well if you're into dub techno. I've got some stuff on Navy Cut. I don't know what the Bandcamp is. Maybe Ryan can stick it in the comments. But yeah, Navy Cut Bandcamp. There's some Leo James dub techno stuff on there, and some vinyl as well, possibly. But yeah, thanks for tuning in.